Hello everyone, in this video we will learn about the Mayet's mate. This checkmate pattern is named after the famous German player Karl Mayet. This pattern resembles very closely to Anderson's mate as well as to the opera mate, but there are slight differences. In this checkmate pattern, the rook checkmates the king with the support from a distant bishop. So let us study this pattern with the help of some examples. This position shows the basic position in the Mayet's mate, and white can checkmate the black king in just two moves, starting with the move rook to e8 check. This forces rook to recapture, and after rook takes e8, we have a checkmate. And this is the pattern of Mayet's mate. Note that this bishop is covering this rook, and the rook only is doing the work of checkmating the black king. And black's two pawns are helping us in this purpose. So now let us study more about this pattern with the help of some other examples. Let us quickly go through some of the moves of this game, and we will reach a critical position very soon. So in this position, white played the move bishop takes c6 check, and the only way to avoid mate is bishop d7, but anyways white is winning in this position. But in the game, black played the move king to f8, and here white checkmated the black king with the help of a little combination. It is checkmate in just two moves. Once again, you can see we have this bishop that covers this e8 square. So if we could magically land our rook on e1 to the e8 square, then it would be checkmate. And for doing that, we sacrifice our queen, and white played the fantastic move here, queen to d8 check, sacrificing the queen, and as there are no squares for the black king, the bishop has to take this queen. And after bishop takes d8, we once again have the Mayet's mate with the move rook to e8, and it is a checkmate. Once again we have this bishop that is protecting this rook, and the rook is checkmating the black king. So let us move on to the next example. So let us jump to this position. White's last move was queen to b5, and he has set up a nice trap here. Black plays the move queen to f5 here, and here white finishes off black with a spectacular combination. So here white plays the move queen to e8 check, a really fantastic move. There is no other move than to recapture this queen, and after king takes e8, a very powerful tool in chess is a double check, and here we play the move bishop to b5 check, checking the king with the bishop as well as the rook on e1. And now the king has only two squares. It can either go to the d8 square or f8 square. And this diagram particularly demonstrates a very subtle difference between the opera mate and the Mayet mate. In the game, king to f8 was played, and after this move we have the Mayet's mate. Once again we have this bishop that covers this e8 square, and we can put our rook there, and after rook to e8 we would have a Mayet's mate. In this position, black could have also gone to the d8 square, and after king d8, we would once again have rook to e8 checkmate. But this checkmate is named as opera mate because the slight difference from the Mayet's mate is that the bishop on b5 also covers the d7 square, which is the escape square for the king. If you look at the Mayet's mate, then bishop does only the job of protecting the rook on e8. So this is only the slight difference in opera mate and Mayet's mate. And now I have a test position for all of you. So this is the game of Aaron Nimzowitsch playing with the white pieces, and I will jump to this position. So in this position, it is white to play and win. How would you play here from white side? You can pause the video and think. So white plays a fantastic move in this position using the concept of Mayet's mate. Bishop to f6. A really nice move. This move threatens queen to d8 check, and after knight takes d8, we would have rook to d8, which is a checkmate. So let us consider some variations. If g takes f6, then we first remove the defender of the d8 square with the move bishop takes c6 check. Now after b takes c6, we would have queen d8, which is checkmate. After bishop takes c6, king e7, then we have queen d6, which is checkmate. So bishop f6 cannot be taken with the g pawn. If black plays the move bishop to e7, then once again we have bishop takes c6, removing the defender of the d8 square, and after b takes c6 we have once again this fantastic move queen to d8 check with the support of rook, and bishop takes d8 is now forced, and we have rook takes d8, which is once again a checkmate. So after the move bishop f6, in the game queen takes f6 was played, but here white just continues the attack with rook h1 check, and after bishop e7 bishop takes c6, Now we are threatening the checkmate with the move queen to d8 using this pin along the e file. So in the game, king to f8 was played, and once again we know the format of the Mayet's mate. If the rook lands on the e8 square, then it's a checkmate, and white uses a little combination similar to the first one that we saw, queen to d8 check. This forces bishop takes d8, and we have Mayet's mate again with the move rook to e8. So this is all that you need to know about the Mayet's mate. Thank you.